Gatto, Impractical Joker himself. Good morning, sir. It's Big J here in Billings. How are you, man?
Very good, Big J. I'm loving the energy, my man.
Oh, that's what I do, man. It reminds me. You know what got me fired up, Joe? It's your TikTok of you doing the Swiftie dance there.
That's right, man. You gotta bring it. If you don't, why are we even doing it, Big J?
I know. It's such a weird. And also, like, I'm a guy that I've done some improv in my day and stuff and some comedy, and you obviously know too. But like, there is something powerful about that pelvic thrust. So I mean, the fact that you get an excuse to do it is beautiful.
That's great. I mean, I'm known for my air hump.
Yeah, it's good. I used to be known for mine. I need to get back in the game, I guess. Well, let's start at the beginning for you here. Impractical Jokers, obviously everybody knows about this show at this point. Give people that aren't familiar with you guys and your history, tell us like the backstory. I mean, how did this all come to be? I mean, you didn't start out as, major, icons in the comedy world. I mean, you had to start somewhere. Tell people the backstory.
Yeah, we started as a comedy troupe here in New York City doing improv and sketch comedy for years, and then a couple failed TV pilots that led us to Impractical Jokers, and we came up with that format, and it was a hit with fans and us, and next thing you know, we're 9 seasons in, about a decade later, so it's definitely been a crazy ride.
There you go. I mean, it's totally worked. And so what else are you up to? I mean, you obviously got a lot coming out, including your new book, The Dogfather. Tell people a little bit about the book here, because it's not Impractical Jokers. This is not just a book about you guys. This is a book about dogs.
Yeah, it's a book about me and my dogs and my love of, adopt, don't shop is my mantra. It's called The Dogfather, my love of dogs, desserts, and growing up Italian. All my dogs are named after Italian desserts. I have cannoli, biscotti, tartufo, zeppoli, spumoni, pignoli, Napoleon, and Mischkin, and each of them are featured here in the book. And it was a project that I came up with doing during quarantine. I was at home, and I love doing photography, and my cousin said, why don't you do a coffee table book about your dog? So I started shooting it and writing it, and I taught myself the program to create the book, and I did it from soup to nuts, and now it's self-published on Amazon, and I'm really proud of it.
Look at that. I had no idea you self-published it. I thought it's like, it's Joe, it's Joe Gatto. They're going to take the reins and, lead him down the path and do everything for him pretty much. He just has to throw in some pics and make the money, but no, they made you hustle your ass off on this one. You did it yourself.
I hustle. I'm a hustler. I wanted to be in control of the project, and I always loved, I was always a self-starter, and I really enjoyed the whole process, to be honest. I don't think I would have enjoyed it as much if I just handed it off to somebody else to do. So it's been really cool. How
cool is it too, Joe, that your cousin suggested that to you? And imagine your life, like, when you were starting out in comedy and said, you should write a coffee table book about your dogs. And you'd think, who the hell would care about my dogs? And now you're like, oh yeah, I'm at a point in my career where I can totally write a coffee table book about dogs and people will actually be excited about it.
Yeah, it's fun. And my humor definitely comes through the page. It's my personality on paper for sure, where you get to know me about stories of like growing up younger, and it's not really, people know me through Jokers as part of a group, but this is definitely a look into my life and my perspective and things that, all the photos are taken in my house, so it's really personal that way.
Yeah, totally. We got our app here. Shane said, love Impractical Jokers. Jeremy wants to give you a scoop ski potato. Breebird said,
there we go.
I love Joe. He'll do pretty much anything. Somebody said, this is heckin' delightful. I love his show. Tim said, Joe is my idol. I love how they mess with Sal so much. Everybody loves the scoop ski potato scene. Somebody said, my family and I, all of us love Jokers. Our kids named our one-eyed dog Larry after the show. I love yelling Larry when calling him inside. So everybody, I mean, did you have any idea when you started the show? I'm guessing as a comedian, you're just excited, you get to do comedy and you got a cool gig with your buddies. I mean, did you have any idea how successful it was going to become?
No, I mean, you can't ever, guess what this has blossomed into, and I think really the biggest return for me is that we're part of families. Growing up watching TV with my family and laughing together, that's some of my favorite moments, and to be that for people is a responsibility that we take very seriously, and means a lot to me personally. It's nice to give that to people and let people escape, especially when there's so much going on in the world and people just want to forget for a minute and laugh, and that we're able to do that, it really means a lot.
There you go. We've got multiple people, Joe, asking about what made you guys decide on a Jaden Smith tattoo for Sal. They want to know a little backstory, the thinking behind the tattoo idea.
The reaction to the Jaden Smith tattoo is exactly what we wanted. So that is the reason for it. Like, it's exactly so left field. It's become its own thing. He's become part of the family. Like, we were able to get him in the movie, which was great. And, like, it's just such a weird, fun a collaboration that it's blossomed into something so great. So I'm happy with the choice.
I love it. Are you, Joe? We get a lot of people here. Mark just chimed in. Joe's my favorite. We're getting other people saying you're their favorite too. Is this something you have to communicate to the other jokers? Like, are you gonna have to make a call after this interview and say, just so you know, like Montana picks Joe as their favorite joker, or do you keep that on the down low?
No, that's my state. People know who's got what state, and Montana is definitely my state.
There we go. It's
that's great. I love that people hearing that.
It's
I love people. And people are clearly smart and appreciate comedy in your state.
Exactly. Yeah, we're the smartest comedy connoisseurs here in Montana. Back to the book, The Dogfather. There. How do you? I mean, have dogs been in your life forever? I'm a big dog guy. I come from a big dog family. Is this something you grew up with, or did you kind of have a late in life get attached to dogs? I mean, how did you get so into adopting and dogs and so many dogs?
Yeah, it was later in life. I had a dog growing up, but I only had one dog, and because we had her for 16 years. We got her when I was 1, and she passed away when I was 17. But we had bought my first dog, Cannoli, and she was a purchase, and she had a lot of health issues and vet bills, and we realized quickly that, get some education on puppy mills and shelter animals and how much love is needed out there, and we decided to start adopting. And once we rescued our first dog, Biscotti, and you saw the transformation from this scared, angry little puppy into just blossomed into like a loving, beautiful dog, it was really just like addicting, and felt so good to do, and we just kept doing it.
Yeah.
We're still doing it.
Well, that's a good message too. Like you said, I've also done the same thing. I've rescued dogs, and I've purchased a dog because I wanted a very specific dog. And same thing, I had a lot of health problems with my purchased dog. I mean, she was beautiful, but I've had more success in the long run with these shelter dogs. And I mean, for people that don't understand the difference between shopping and adopting and stuff, kind of give them a little spiel there. I mean, you're doing so much more good, I feel like, and honestly, a lot of times getting a better dog when you just adopt.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of shortcuts that could come, a lot of benefits that come with, adopting too. Like, you could get dogs that are already housebroken. That's a big thing for people, like puppies chew and stuff, but you could pick up a dog that's over a year. Like, when we got Biscotti, she was 2 years old. She was basically, she didn't pee in the house or anything. She didn't chew anything, and that was the way she was. Tartufo the same way. That was just like, they kind of know how to be part of the pack, which was nice. And I think the big thing is, the puppy mill industry is super cruel. I mean, if anybody just takes a quick Google image search and just types in puppy mills, you will not be able to buy a puppy. And it's just insane that it's still a thing. I mean, there's been a lot of progress, but the most progress will be, by shutting them down and not supporting purchasing anymore.
I can't wait to just see, there's a lot of times, public figures make change, Kanye, LeBron, you got guys like that, Oprah out there. I can't wait to see when we're talking about, remember when puppy mills used to exist before the Impractical Jokers shut them down?
I single-handedly am shutting down the whole thing. I'm taking it on as my my project. I mean, it's the other thing too. The scope of people too. It's like you do what you can, right? Like, you don't have to adopt a dog if you can't, but you could volunteer at a shelter. You could just spread awareness on social media. There's so much you can do that it doesn't involve. Like, not everybody has dogs. We know that. It's not a matter of having a dog, but you definitely could spread awareness.
Yeah, absolutely. So, our friend McLovin wants to know, other than the book and the release here, how'd you celebrate National Dog Day with all the Italian pups yesterday? Yeah, did they get any special treats, any gelato or anything?
Yeah. No, gelato's going to be the name of my next dog. We had we had 2 extra snack times, which we did, and then we got to play out in the yard a little bit extra yesterday too, which was nice. And then we had a cake, and we did a lot of social media yesterday, which was fun. I actually put them in my car, and I do this thing on Periscope called Traffic Cam, and I had them all in my car, and I did a special edition of that. So it was a very fun day. There
you go. Where, first of all, I guess I was going to ask where we can follow you. Let's just get that out of the way. Where are the best places to follow Joe Gatto on the internet? We heard Periscope. I know I've seen you on TikTok. Where are you most active these days?
My top 3 are Instagram, Twitter, and and TikTok. But Instagram and Twitter are at Joe_Gatto. And then TikTok is at _Joe Gatto. And everything about the book you could find at GattoPups.com, including the link to Amazon to purchase the book.
And there you go. And just for people that, anybody that knows, you can also just go to Amazon. The Dogfather is the name of the book, available. Joe promises it's good. He doesn't lie. I want to know, how is COVID affecting a comedy world out there? I mean, are you guys still able to do anything? Obviously, the book is something you're doing, but I mean, are you guys able to do anything as a crew? Are you guys halted production? I mean, where are things at with the Jokers right now currently?
Yeah, we had to shut down Impractical Jokers the show for a while, but now we've started back up pre-production to go back start shooting again in later next month. But the big thing we were able to do was pivot to do a dinner party, our at-home show, where we basically all had dinner together remotely in our house, and it's been really fun. We did a full season of that. They picked up a second season. We're filming that now, and with fun guests and surprises and things that have been really well received, and we're having a lot of fun doing it.
There you go. He's got it all, man. Adopt dogs, take care of your dogs, read The Dogfather, learn about Joe's dogs. Everybody's inviting you to Montana, Joe. So whether it's just you and the family and the dogs coming out here, or if you want to bring the jokers out here and screw with us, we take jokes very well here. Just make sure you wear bulletproof vests because we all have guns. But
you got it. You know, Montana is one of the 4 states I haven't been to in the United States. It's one of my last 4, so I plan on getting through there.
Oh, don't you? I mean, just think about it. Just bring the whole crew, man. The jokers on horses and stuff, and just like fly fishing and like going out and screwing with other fly fishermen. It's perfect.
I'd watch it.
How about a sequel to the movie, The Jokers Take Montana? I just see it as a whole project.
There you go.
I love it. Joe Gatto, it has been a pleasure, sir. Thank you so much for all the joy you bring to everybody. Thanks for the work you're doing for rescued dogs right now with the book, The Dogfather. And thanks for taking time for us this morning. It was a pleasure.
No, you're awesome. I appreciate you. And my love to everybody in Montana. Thanks for making me the official joker of your state.
It's official. Joe Gatto, thanks again, sir. Have a great weekend, my man. Bye-bye.
All right. Bye.